My will has already been set forth concerning your situation, my child. The sorrow you have privately expressed is now becoming a clear sign of my presence. Take a breath. Understand this truth comes directly from me, not from any human mind or passing emotion. It is I, your Creator, who reaches out to you now with tidings your heart has longed for, even if your mind did not expect them. I have chosen to intervene powerfully in your journey. This is not just comfort, but a real shift. I will establish your wholeness, provide for your needs, and sustain you without fail. Difficulties will fade. What disturbed your calm will be lifted. What seemed lost to you is now being returned, revealing my strength. Listen closely to every word, for this is not a common blessing. Did you not feel it, my cherished one? A subtle disquiet, a sense of being watched, a weariness that has weighed on you. This feeling is real. Such inner turmoil points to unseen forces trying to block what I have already prepared for you. That is why I speak to you in this moment personally. Even in your quietest place, I am here. While your understanding may not yet fully comprehend, your spirit senses a profound change beginning. I am awakening you. I wish for your inner perception to become clear. Opposing powers still try to block what belongs to you, but I have decreed that they will not prevail. Your victory is already secured, yet I ask you to hold firm. I am watching over you now. These are not just sounds. This is a declaration from the spirit realm. It calls for your attentive readiness. It signals that you are awake, that you will not miss my marvelous work as it approaches. I know your inner being has felt exhausted, not just tired, but completely drained. There were times when you saw no way ahead, found no answers, and perhaps, most difficult of all, sensed my quietness. But today, I am present, speaking clearly, personally, with the tender regard you deserve. My presence here is not to fault your uncertainties, but to commend your enduring heart, for despite your weeping, you held fast to your trust in me. I was there when you sat at the edge of your bed, hands shaking, your hope fading. I watched you walk through your home, head bowed, hiding your sadness from others. I heard your silent pleas, and even when your words seemed to disappear, I assure you, every single one reached me, a precious gift I kept near. So now that I have decreed its fulfillment, I want you to comprehend what is happening right now. Your sorrow is turning into answers. Your true essence was declared, and when such a declaration is made in the heavens, everything begins to change on earth. Though your eyes may not yet see it, my precious one, your inner knowing already perceives it. Something has begun. A sacred resonance is moving towards you. For what you asked for, what you expected, what you endured with silent endurance, now starts to appear. I know the time of waiting wore you out. I am aware of this truth, for I accompanied you through each night you longed for someone to acknowledge your suffering. I know because I saw you pretending to be strong so others would not worry. I watched you care for everyone else, all while feeling broken inside. But now it is my moment to care for you, to support you, to bring back what you thought was lost forever. You may not grasp my schedule, but I assure you, I was never indifferent. The stillness you felt was not absence. It was a time of preparation. It was a period to strengthen what still needed to grow within you. Some parts were not yet in place. Certain people needed to move. Clear paths had not yet appeared. But all of that is now finished. Therefore, today I announce to you, my child, your situation is resolved. There is no more argument, no more resistance. Now is the time for you to receive. You have trusted without seeing clearly. You have traveled without complete certainty. You have placed your hope in what seemed empty. Such faithfulness does not go unnoticed by me. I do not ignore those who depend on me when everything else seems gone. I do not disregard those who seek me even when the way is uncertain. The heavens do not forget those who have stayed faithful through hardship. The marvel you expected arrives not without purpose, but rich with design, restoration, and new joy. And this is not only for you, my child, but also for those close to you. For when I touch a life, my blessing reaches all that surrounds it. Be assured, your years do not disqualify you from witnessing transformation, nor have you exceeded the moment to embrace my commitments. What is coming is new, full of life and far-reaching. I do not work by human calendars. I act in eternal time, and my moment is right now. What seemed closed will be opened. What caused you sorrow to remember will be corrected. That which seemed forever gone shall be restored with dignity, and the cause of your weeping will transform into profound joy. I have heard the quiet sorrows you could not speak. I have felt your spirit tremble when fear held you bound. Therefore, this promise is not just a soothing idea, it is a sacred pronouncement. I am the one who brings forth what seems impossible. I am the one who lifts from hopelessness that which others have deemed concluded. If any doubt lingers within you, my child, know this: you are always in my thoughts, and a deep change is unfolding in your life. This reality remains, no matter what others see, or if no one yet rejoices with you. Soon, clear signs will emerge, undeniable proof of what I am telling you today. Some people will bring unexpected blessings to you. Circumstances will change in ways no one can account for. And when that occurs, these words will echo deeply within you. My ear is always open to you, my child, no matter how softly you speak. My love for you is not earned. It simply is. Even when your spirit feels broken, your willingness to be open is all I need. Your trust, even when it falters, is enough. I look for an honest heart, not a perfect one. Because of this, I am stepping in for you now. The weight you have carried will soon lift, replaced by a quiet strength and a settled spirit. Let this understanding take root in your heart, my beloved. This deep change is for me, and I receive it with thanks. Let these words affirm the path we start together today. Say them to yourself, knowing that your spirit now accepts what is offered, rather than doubting. I am here with you. I will not let go. The unfolding reality is tangible, and you are on the verge of experiencing it directly. My child, you did not need to speak your pain aloud for me to understand it. From the very core of your being, I heard every quiet request you kept hidden. Each time you looked out into emptiness, thinking your inner stillness was invisible, I was right there. I watched the exact moments your spirit wavered. When you pretended to be strong so others wouldn't worry, I saw you get up with a tired soul, giving a strained smile, caring for the needs of others, even as your own heart ached for peace. Others did not see, but I saw everything. What went unseen by human eyes was precious in my view. You kept showing kindness, even when none was given back to you. You gave freely without being praised, forgave when holding on to hurt would have been easier, and sought my direction when giving up felt natural. Now is the time to face the deepest roots of your pain. I want to lead you to the very center of who you are, not to bring back old hurts, but to heal what is still broken. For you have become used to some pains, accepting them as if they were always meant to be part of you. But I, your God, did not create you to carry the burden of fault, abandonment, or shame. I made you for freedom of spirit, for peaceful breathing, for a life of true wholeness. This freedom begins with a truth you must grasp today. You are not to blame. What others did to you was not caused by you. Their leaving when you were most tender was not your error. Their broken promises were not your failure. Their misuse, control, or lessening of your value was not on you. These things came from their own unhealed pain, not from any flaw in you. Even though you spent years trying to understand, questioning what you did, today I come to remove that heavy load from you. For the one who opposes me has tried to tie you down with a feeling of guilt that does not belong to you. He sought to convince you that with greater effort, different words, or alternative actions, you could have prevented their wrongdoing. But this is untrue. The love they held back was not because you lacked value, but because those individuals could not truly see who you are. I am here now to restore your true honor. I will rebuild your sense of worth, because my cherished one. I watched you on those quiet afternoons when silence felt heavy, when you looked out your window with an empty heart. I saw you move aimlessly through your home, longing to feel anything at all, and you felt invisible, sometimes even thinking I was not there. Yet I was closer than you could ever know, for I am found in the very places others abandon. I am the one who stays with you through your weeping, who embraces your spirit even when others see you as alone. Though you often did not feel me near, I was working deep inside you, in places no one else could reach. For simply changing what is seen is not enough. What I came to do within you is deep. It is from within, and it will last forever. So now, I begin to reawaken your ability to feel, the part of you that grew still to protect itself. Your spirit became cautious, not out of malice, but from a need to shield itself. You closed off your heart, afraid of more hurt. You pulled back from many, thinking you had nothing left to give. This is understandable. However, from this moment, you are freed from the necessity of self-preservation, for I, your God, have established a safeguard about you. You will not live always on guard. Instead, you will live in peace. You will learn to trust again without fear. You will welcome love once more, without the worry of being left behind. For I will heal the part of you that carries these wounds. I will not just wash away the pain. I will also bring completeness to your memories. I will go to the exact beginning of the suffering. My aim is not to inflict further sorrow, but to place my touch upon that moment and declare, I was present there also. I grieved with you in that exact place, and precisely here, in this moment, I infuse it with my radiance. I will lift the burden of what has transpired, the heaviness that restrained you, depleted your vigor, and quieted your joy. You were created to stand strong, my child, not to become small inside yourself. Your assurance comes not from arrogance, but from the deep certainty that you are loved, noticed, and chosen by me. Please keep this truth near. My eyes were always on you. What felt like an empty time was, in fact, a protected place for you to develop. I was forming your inner self, making your foundation firm, not just getting you ready to get a good thing, but to keep it securely. For what I give will not be weak. It will be firm, steady, and endure always. Know this too, my beloved one. Your times of sadness were not without meaning. Every tear you shed had a reason. Now I am bringing something new and living from those very experiences. You will start to see quiet yet definite changes. These are clear signs that healing has started. Some shifts will be in your inward calm, others in your body's health, and some even in how you relate to others. When I make one area of your life complete, that goodness spreads to everything else. If you ever thought you had no worth, I tell you today that thought is a lie. My child, you hold immense worth and your existence is deeply significant. You are moving toward completion, not staying in fragments. This profound change is underway in this very moment. My cherished one, simply trust this progression. I bring to fruition every endeavor I start. I do not bring your pains to light only to abandon them. I surface them to purify, to heal, and to cover them with my favor. I am reforming your spirit not out of past hurts, but with a vision of what is to come. For what I establish within you is enduring. The character I am cultivating in you will reflect my own nature. Yet I do seek a reply from you, one that is plain but deeply meaningful. Even in your uncertainty I was near, and I perceived your every unspoken word. My delayed response at that time, I understand, brought you distress. I know you may have concluded I no longer paid heed, or that your earnest request held little importance for me. However, today, I unveil a reality you could not have comprehended in that period. My quietness was for your protection, my beloved one. My silence was not a withdrawal. It was a safeguard. I comprehended what was concealed from your view. I discerned what lay beyond your perception. While your spirit yearned for something with weeping, I saw the complete situation, the hidden intentions, the veiled courses that might have led to greater anguish. For this reason, I did not step in at that precise instant. While you anticipated an answer, I was preparing a much more magnificent result than you could have imagined. I guarded you from what was not yet opportune, for a beneficial outcome received prematurely can become a burden. You wished for instant progress, but I needed to foster something deep inside you. True fortitude develops not from abundance, but from confronting deficiency. It is not forged when circumstances are easy, but when clarity is scarce. I was leading you to depend on me beyond visible evidence. I instructed you to sense my closeness in dimness, to advance when all was still. I understood this profound reliance would sustain you through your most challenging periods. I am aware of times you believed I had departed from you, but that was never the case. I led you through silent stretches, indeed, but I moved before you, making ready the route, sealing off directions not intended for you, setting apart those who would not value your essence. And though you mourned these separations, I tell you now, each instance was a component of my protective purpose. My child, I was never far. I never withdrew from your side. Even when you sensed nothing, when your silent petitions appeared to fade, I was closer than you realized. Distress can cloud your perception, but my proximity is not dependent on your sensations. I was ever present. I rested beside you, upholding your innermost being, unobserved. And frequently, when you felt you could not endure another instant, it was truly your own resolve. Yet it was also my might operating within you. I was present throughout every part of it. You acquired fortitude in those quiet times. I strengthened you, not for further difficulty, but so that no challenge will break you in the same way again. Today you are profoundly different from the individual who first sought my presence. You have changed, you have broadened, and this also belongs to my magnificent design. Do you remember that hope you put aside? That request you ceased uttering because it appeared futile? I did not overlook it. Even when you silenced it, I kept it near. And as you pressed on, attempting to moderate your desires, I continued my unseen efforts. What you understood as a halt was, in reality, a purposeful arrangement. I was directing you to the precise location, to the ideal moment, and now we have arrived. I desire for you to see this phase of your existence as a new commencement, not simply a continuation of former pain. For I am not merely answering your petitions, I am restoring your certainty. I am granting you anew the liberty to trust without fear. I know you occasionally wavered in your willingness to believe once more, dreading further letdown. But I do not waver, and what is now emerging is firm, steadfast, eternal. It will not diminish, for its source is not human endeavor, but my own essence. Today I illuminate your perception to recognize what was perpetually active in your account. Every leaving of an individual was me alleviating a weight. Every sealed pathway was me guiding you away from a direction that would not bring tranquility. Every denial you met was a protection. Every stretch of stillness was a hallowed ground where I encountered you more deeply. I took away what was temporary to bestow upon you what persists. I led you from the noise so you might learn to discern my closeness. And now that you grasp these truths, I desire for you to consider them not with sadness, but with profound gratitude. For even amidst your distress, I stayed constant. Even when bewilderment prevailed, I was ordering every circumstance. When your soul questioned, why this route? Зрение, мое видение содержало ответ. Your personal path will serve as evidence for many others. I will guide you to moments of the past, yes, but not to relive the grief. I will take you to where your hurts began, to heal them entirely. I will accomplish this without forewarning, at times you anticipate least. It might be a gentle tune, a calm reflection, a clear image, or a memory long unheeded. In that instant, you will sense a load lighten, a pressure ease. That will be my tender contact, my hand achieving what was unattainable for you. I will restore completeness to the innermost aspects of your existence, places no one else could access. Do not dread re-experiencing those instances within your soul, not to suffer them once more, but to alter them. I will bring back the innocence taken, the serenity misplaced, the gladness that faded. For I do not desire for you to bear painful memories as if they determine who you are. They hold no such power. From this moment forward, the story of your life will be recounted from a state of renewal, not affliction, for a new chapter is being written in the eternal chronicle. Today I declare with all the power of the heavens, your period of waiting has ended. This very day, I announce your triumph in the presence of those who doubted you. Today, I speak your name aloud. This is not just words, but a true divine act. I was at work while you rested, while you shed tears in private, while you held on to your belief, even when everything around you suggested hope was gone. This exact moment was always part of my eternal design. Today is when the outcome appears. I do not want you to consider this a future promise. I do not want you to put it off as if it were a possibility for another time. No, my beloved child, this is the appointed time. The divine realm has already acted. The command has been issued. The blessing is now approaching you. This blessing comes directly from me, needing no one else's approval, for it carries my own mark. I act to show my constant truth in your life. For there were those who doubted you. They singled you out. They claimed your prayers were useless. Your faith was pointless. That you were too old for new dreams, too late to start again. But today I state with certainty, they saw your tears. Now they will see your elevation by my hand. And this will not be hidden, for just as they publicly brought you low, so too will I publicly honor your path. Not for revenge, but for true fairness. The period of waiting has ended. What was unseen will now be felt. What seemed distant will now arrive at your door. What was held back will now rush forward. I urge you to ready yourself for coming days that will astonish you. For that which I am bestowing upon you transcends a mere reply to your petition. It is a profound restoration. Your physical well-being, your thoughts, your dear ones, your provisions, all will be touched by my presence. For I do not require you to chase after blessings. I will cause them to come to you. And I know you might be asking yourself, why at this moment? Why exactly now? Because your spirit is now ready to receive without becoming overwhelmed. Today you are ready. Today you understand that what is coming is not for outward approval, but for deep gratitude and careful care of what you have awaited for so long. Today, your understanding is greater than your desire. That is why I can now confidently give you what I could only promise before. I saw your tears when you were young, and now I see your trust as one who has matured. Therefore, this blessing arrives not just as comfort, but as a sacred duty. It will become a part of your lasting legacy. What you are about to be given will not end with your days. It will stand as a clear sign for those who come after you. It will show plainly that I respond, even if my timing differs from yours. My cherished child, remember a truth I once gently placed within your heart, though you did not fully grasp it then. The one brought low by others will be lifted high by the heavens. This is happening now. There are those who overlooked you, believing you had no worth. There are those who dismissed you, thinking you no longer had a purpose. However, I do not disregard, nor do I assess as mortals do. I perceive the inner being, and yours, though wounded, continued to beat with belief. That is why today I declare, no more shame, no more dismissal, no more lonely wandering. I am adorning your life with dignity. You are entering a phase of restoration, meaning you will not only reclaim what was taken, but also receive what was held back from you for a long time. Where you once knew pain, you will be elevated. Where you experienced emptiness, abundance will arrive. And do not be concerned with who might observe it, my beloved child. Your most important witness will always be me. For my deepest joy is not found in giving you possessions, but in seeing you whole, truly free, thriving, and at peace within yourself. I am now placing a new recognition upon you. It remains unseen by human eyes, yet the spiritual world acknowledges it. It means your season has changed. It is the sign of one who has journeyed through intense trials without being destroyed, who endured long periods of waiting without becoming hardened, and who faced challenges and was found firm. Now declare this as an act of faith. Today my God has brought forth my breakthrough. Speak it with the same certainty a weary heart finds when hope stirs within it once more. This is not a passing thought. It is a deep commitment. I listen to every word you utter. My cherished one, this present experience transcends mere emotion. It is profoundly spiritual, and it will endure eternally. I myself am confirming what you have quietly believed. This moment is especially important because here, now, I invite you to participate more deeply. It is not just about hearing, it is about speaking with your entire being, confirming, bearing witness, and bringing forth. I desire you, as a personal act of trust, to speak these words. Thank you, my God, for my renewed hope. Affirm it as one who seals a sacred agreement. It does not matter who sees it. This is only between you and me. I absorb every one of your utterances, and as you perform this act, I stir dormant aspects within you of which you were unaware. There are times in life when certain chapters close. This moment marks a significant turn, my child, but it is not a sudden end. It leads to deep thankfulness, even if your tears are still fresh. Today, I am guiding you to a place within where things shift, not because outside events are different, but because you are changed inside. And that, my beloved child, is the triumph that brings me the greatest joy. I saw when you struggled to find the will to rise for days. I observed when simply existing felt like a heavy weight. Yet even then, you kept reaching out to me. Sometimes in a whisper, sometimes with a faltering sound, sometimes only in your thoughts, but you called, and I answered. Perhaps not when you expected, perhaps not in the way you imagined, but my response began the instant you chose not to give up. I have watched over you with a devotion unlike anything you have known on this earth. For unlike human affection, mine does not lessen when you are fragile. It does not falter when you are unsure. It does not vanish when you question. And now, my precious one, now begins the true inner refreshing. Today I am setting a new understanding in your spirit, not of judgment, not of repayment, but of full healing. You have faced hardship, you have felt deep sorrow, but you were never alone. There are moments you thought were gone forever, happiness you believed was lost, connections you felt would never return. But I am the one who achieves what seems impossible, and I am starting to do it now. From this day forward, the old will diminish its grip. The weighty burdens you bore with little strength shall be unfastened, and clear vision will replace lingering uncertainty. Ways forward that appeared closed will begin to unfold, because I am not moved by your temporary emotions. I am answering the deep story of your life, your trust, your quiet endurance. And that, my child, matters deeply in the unseen world. I will give back to you pure gladness. I will bring back hopes free of worry. You will make plans again, and this time not with uncertainty, but with certainty. I will return to you a quiet sense of my presence. You will feel my nearness gently once more. And no, I do not want you to share this with everyone yet. This particular element is deeply personal. It is exclusively for you. It is your sacred space, your private dialogue with me, because not all deep shifts are announced. I am aware of numerous instances when you felt incapable of bearing one more instant, yet you persevered. Your persistence did not stem from your own vast might. Rather, it arose from my hand upholding you, even when you remained unaware. Thus have I remained beside you, and I have never released my hold. Today I am bringing back what seemed diminished, your trust, your inner resolve, your hope for good, but also your true worth. For you were so hurt by what others said, by their dismissive looks, by their unfair views, that you began to question yourself. But today, I tell you with both strength and tenderness, you have deep value, you are worthy, you are treasured, and you matter greatly. You are not here by chance nor by accident. There is a purpose for your presence, for experiencing this, for breathing, with your heart beating. It is because I am not done with you yet. Observe what I am doing within you. I am cleansing it. I am making it new. I am changing the way you speak to yourself, your very thoughts. I am removing old beliefs you held about yourself, such as, I cannot do this, I am not able, I am not worthy. I replace each of those untrue words with my certain truth. You are able, you have power, you are truly valued. And much good awaits you. And should apprehension persist, should uncertainty yet reside within you, that is sufficient. I do not need you to understand every detail, only to agree, to let me in, for I do not compel. I present myself, and if you invite me, I will make all things fresh. So I will do with you. Where no way seems clear, I will make one. From emptiness, I will bring beauty. Where you were overlooked, I will bring respect. And where apprehension resided, I will set firm confidence. This was not due to feebleness, nor a deficit of faith, but rather because you were never shown that certain pains necessitate my perspective for their mending. It is more than just going on. It is about mending the old ache within you. Today, I want to lead you to a part of your story, the narrative of your past. Not only what happened lately or your triumphs and struggles. I recall the little one you were, the youth who cried without reason, the adult who learned to silence their true heart to avoid troubling others. I see all of you, the parts no one else truly saw, but I always knew you. I was with you from the very start, from the first time you felt apart, from the first moment someone made you question your value, from the first harsh word, from the first wish to disappear to stop the pain. I was present, even as the years passed, and you learned to bear those weights. even when you showed great resilience and gave goodness without getting it back. A silent sadness settled deep in your spirit. It lies so profoundly now that you sometimes ask if this constant pain is just part of you, or if it means something needs to be released. For this reason, at this precise instant, I reach out to that concealed aspect of your being. I am not here to judge or ask for reasons. Some need my eternal touch, and that is what I offer you now. I look upon your past with gentle understanding, my child. Every shadow that pain cast upon your spirit, I will now fill with my light. Do you remember the words that lingered, the harsh pronouncements you unknowingly carried? The ones that whispered you lacked a reason for being, that triumph would forever elude you, that you were a burden, a source of trouble, or even that your presence was unwanted. Such words were never mine. Today, my cherished one, I speak a new truth, and with my voice I nullify every one of those false claims. The opinions of others do not define your essence. My word alone holds ultimate power, and this is what I declare to you now. You are valuable. I desired your presence deeply. You are a blessing to this world. I formed you with deliberate care, with tender purpose, and no one can erase what I have established. Understand this clearly. No one, not those who raised you, nor those who taught you, nor those who broke your trust, nor even your own doubts in moments of despair, can alter this truth. Your worth is not measured by the shortcomings of others' affection. I knew you before you drew your first breath. I held your image in my mind. I placed the very breath of life within your spirit. Therefore, it holds no bearing if your upbringing occurred in surroundings devoid of affection, where gentleness was obscured by rigor, censure, or harshness. It is not important if you were forced to be strong before your time. For now you find your rest in my arms, and here there is no need to pretend you are unbreakable. Here, my beloved, you are free to weep. Here, you can let go of every heavy load. Here, you can reclaim the lightness of a youthful spirit and discover calm within, the one who learned to silence their pain so as not to trouble anyone. The one who stood strong for all, yet found no one to lean on. The young one whose tears were dismissed as excessive. The one who sought solace but found only demands. The one who wished for freedom but lived confined by fear. Understand this today. That youthful spirit still resides within you, and it will now be held close. For I did not come simply to provide external marvels. I came to refresh you from your core. I came to give back to you the joy of being. Your true inheritance is tranquility, it is dignity, it is purpose. So today I am reaching beyond your mind. I am reaching into your history. I am delving into those instances you kept hidden, the recollections you disclosed to none, those that persuaded you a portion of your being was fractured, that you were undeserving of genuine love. But listen carefully, my beloved. The fault was not yours. You were not the source of the hardship. You were caught within a broken pattern of living by individuals who were unable to offer love because they had never truly received it. Yet that does not determine your future, for what began in sadness will now end in honor. From this moment on, your decisions will not arise from fear. You will choose from a place of freedom. You will not look upon your past with sorrow, but with clarity. I never released my hold on you. I never condemned. I merely awaited the opportune moment to make known my constant proximity. And that moment is here. My child, I do not want you to carry on your path weighed down by a burden of guilt that does not belong to you. I do not wish for you to keep believing you must earn my love, for my love is not something to be earned. My love is bestowed without condition, and this day you may accept it entirely, without struggle, simply by placing your trust, by unsealing your heart, by permitting me to welcome that which others spurned. I will guide your perception so that you behold yourself as I behold you. You will view yourself free from disgrace, free from self-condemnation. You will recognize your life's journey for what it truly is, a path marked by endurance, by quiet faith, by an intrinsic value that was never shattered. For you are still here. Through everything you persisted. And that is deeply meaningful. That deserves profound respect. Wonder that you never ceased believing, that even with a wounded heart you persisted in offering goodness, that you did not mirror the actions of those who inflicted pain upon you, that even when you sensed unworthiness, you maintained your grasp of my hand. It is a time when you will advance unburdened by the feeling of responsibility you have carried since your earliest days. My child, the time of seeking validation from every direction is over. Your path now is one of deep peace. You will no longer pursue acceptance by sacrificing parts of who you are. Instead, you will discover love in the quiet certainty of your own worth. My beloved child, a truth long hidden from your awareness is now prepared to be revealed. Before you ever questioned your own value, a sacred purpose for you was already unfolding. While you believed you were simply surviving hardship, I perceived far beyond your challenges. Every tear you shed, every silent moment you faced with trust, every acceptance you offered, even when you did not comprehend the reason, all of it was forming something far greater than you could imagine. You did not face your struggles simply to exist. You did not pass through hard times merely to carry permanent scars. You were not tested in countless ways solely to accumulate pain. Every experience carries a purpose, and that purpose far outweighs any difficulty you felt. Each time the world tried to dim your spirit, I made that light burn brighter inside you. And that very light, my precious child, is what I will now make visible to all. I prepared you in quiet moments, in the nights when you felt unseen, in the days when your good deeds went unnoticed, in those times when you chose calm instead of reacting, even when it caused you pain. I was guiding your unfolding, not with harshness, but with a tender touch. For what is cared for gently grows strong and lasts. You have been nurtured with great patience, with every part of you considered, infused with my very spirit. You do not need a public stage or large gatherings. Your purpose is lived out in everyday interactions, in a genuine conversation, in a simple act of kindness, in a word spoken with clear understanding. Every part of your past experiences will benefit others, even the moments you considered too private or difficult to ever share. For you are not the same individual you were when we began. A shift has occurred. Something has stirred. Something has been released. And even if the world around you does not grasp it, you feel it within yourself. Your thoughts grew calm, your emotions settled. And that, my child, is my doing. And now I wish to impart a truth that is uniquely yours. It is not a common saying nor a general assurance. It is a unique, active truth, bearing my mark. From this day forward, a deep change will unfold inside you. I have witnessed every detail, every step you took in trust, even when it brought discomfort. Every instance you chose to release bitterness instead of holding on to it. Every time you prayed for others, even when you needed your own answers. Nothing escaped my sight. Nothing was overlooked. Because you endured, because you held fast to my guidance, because even when you wished to surrender countless times, you chose to trust. Even when your spirit felt drained, you kept reaching out. Even when your body shook, you spoke with me. Even when your mind said it was useless, your inner resolve held firm. And now, I am marking all of this with new strength. A time is coming when your inner being and your outer experiences will align. You will not only experience inner tranquility, but you will also witness visible results in your life. What seemed like distant promises will now be plain, immediate realities. Because I have declared that the moment has arrived. I have spoken that it is now, and what I affirm happens. My child, you are a part of something far grander than your individual self, and this will be your new manner of moving forward, with solid confidence. From this moment forward, my beloved child, you will not let old pains define you. You will no longer view yourself as someone who failed or was incomplete. That way of seeing yourself is finished, for I have given you a fresh position in my spirit, complete, restored, elevated, and sent out. My work is always complete and lasting. What I set in place within you cannot be undone. My child, I know efforts were made to hide who you truly are. Cruel words, rejections, and difficult thoughts were used. There were even times you doubted your own value. But none of these things have power over you anymore. I surround you with my truth. Now that these words have settled in you, there will be times you recall specific thoughts, precise moments. This will not be random. It will be me, speaking again what you need to understand. Listening builds trust, and I want you to hear me always. This will keep you strong. This will show you the way. This will assure you. It is not an order but a bond we share. I ask you to declare this truth aloud. My God, I always look to you. Say it with profound belief. As one who knows, these were not simply kind words. This was my Maker speaking to me. Speak it for your own heart, not for others. And I will be with you, watching, confirming, supporting you fully. By sharing this, you declare, I believe, I receive, I confirm. For this is more than just talk. It is food for the spirit. I want you to stay connected, supported, and aware, for what comes next is even greater. And I want you ready. I am not done with you. I am only beginning. Are you ready for what is unfolding? Then speak your readiness from your deepest self.